Your kids really want to talk to you. Kids really want to talk to their parents. You might feel like that's not the case based on the recent past or whatever, but it's actually true. The example that comes to mind, oftentimes I visit the schools along with the youth minister, Ashley Mills. And recently during Advent, we visited this grade 7 class, and we were talking about Advent stuff. And a lot of times when I do these school visits, I'm kind of gauging the thing in real time. What kind of situation bear? And so before long, we were talking about identity issues, emotional life, this sort of thing, fears and apprehensions. It was amazing. And one particular girl was so enamored with the conversation. When the recess bell went, she kind of came up to the two of us and said, can I talk to you some more? And so she talked with us all the way through recess. And again, it was one of those situations, what can the conversation bear? Quite a bit. So she would ask a question and we would give an answer. That would provoke something in her little girl heart. She would ask another question, and she would experience this whole range of emotions in terms of the emotional palette. Before long, she was laughing and crying and smiling, and the recess bell went off, everyone came back. They were like, "You're still here?" Yeah. And she really enjoyed it, and she felt better at the end of the conversation, and that was that. That same day, but also in days following, I was thinking about that conversation. And I was happy, obviously, that we had the opportunity to have that conversation with that little girl. She was amazing and wonderful. But I gotta admit, the whole time I was thinking, you know what? I think this little girl would really have loved to have had this conversation with her parents. She would love to have had this conversation with her mom or her dad. But for whatever reason, she felt like she couldn't. Now, I don't know her parents. I barely know her. So we can speculate, right? Why would she feel like she can't bring these things up with her parents? Maybe she was afraid, maybe she didn't feel safe, maybe she felt like her parents wouldn't be able to give a helpful response. Regardless of the reason, that's a tragedy. And the thing I want to impress upon you is that even though it's my joy and privilege to have those moments with kids, I would love it if they had those conversations with their parents all the time. Not just once a season, but all the time as a matter of course. Because you gotta realize that this little girl's heart was not a unique situation. She recognized that the parent-child relationship is sacred ground. This is the sacred space where I'm called to grow in wisdom and stature in imitation of Christ the Lord.